As you can see, it's absolutely pouring here in Bombay. And this morning I've been craving, some good comfort food, something that's spicy, hot. I can cup my hands around it. And I'm making a curry laksa from Malaysia. And it's the ultimate dude food because it's very simple to make. And it's very difficult for people to figure out that it's so simple because the flavors are very, very complex. And I am sure you'll enjoy it. So let's go to the kitchen and make some curry laksa today. Cheers. So what we have here is some very, very simple ingredients. We have fish sauce, some basic vegetable oil. I have sesame oil here, coconut cream. These are the aromatics. We have 2 regular sized onions that I have chopped into cubes. This is some fresh coriander, bird's eye chilies. Don't get worried by looking at the size of chilies. I need to have it hot. You can have it less if you want. This is galangal out here, fresh galangal, about 1.5 inches, and a lemongrass. Now out here I've got some chicken breast which I have sliced in length so that you have long strips like this. This is the prawns. This dish needs some fish paste, but since I don't have fish paste in Bombay, I'm just using some dried prawns that you can buy in any store in Bombay. And out here is the tomatoes. We have some spices here, and out here we have nice stir-fried rice noodles that you can have this with. Now let me show you how simple this is. All you need is to grind some of these ingredients. So in go the onions, the coriander, the galangal. If you don't have galangal, you can use basic ginger, there's no problem. Out here, right into this we put the lemongrass, bird's eye chilies, lots of them, yum yum yum. Now you need coriander powder, approximately 2 heaped teaspoons. You need a little bit of turmeric. Now you can avoid turmeric if you want, but actually it gives a very, very nice color and flavor to this. Red chili powder. Along with that, we're going to add in a little bit some peppercorns, approximately 20 peppercorns. Like I said, this is going to be hot. In go the dried prawns. Now, along with this, I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. Now, you can use any oil. This just basically ensures that everything comes together nicely. Sesame oil. Now, do not use too much of sesame oil. What it does is that if you add too much of this, it overpowers the flavor just a little. I'm going to add some fish sauce, just that much, and some salt. Remember not to add too much salt because fish sauce already has salt. So now all the ingredients are here. You can come and have a look at it if you want. This is what it looks like before it's ground into a really, really fine paste. Now the paste has to be really fine because this is like a soup, and if you don't have it fine, it's not going to be too much fun. So I'll see you right after I grind this. So you can now see the consistency of this paste. It's nice and thick, but at the same time it's very, very finely ground. Now usually in Malaysian curry laksa they add some kind of nuts in it. Here I'm not using any nuts because I think just the consistency is just absolutely fine. And if you could smell this, this is so exotic. It smells like a full Asian kitchen right in here. Now we're going to go and cook this. So in a nice heavy bottom pan, I'm just going to add approximately 1.5 tablespoons of oil. And this is pure vegetable oil, there's nothing fancy about this oil. And what I need to do is to get this oil a little warm. And right after this oil gets warm, all I have to do is to take this incredibly strong flavor that I have here and put right into this. no fuss. Nothing goes waste. Just taking some little bit of stuff in here and ensuring every little part of this mixture is inside. Fry this for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. You can have the flame on a high heat when you start, and then as the mixture starts thickening and changing color, you may wish to bring down the temperature a bit, the flame to around medium, so that you have none of this burns really. But since there is a little bit of water that I've added to this, I forgot to tell you that when I was actually mixing this, I had to add a little water so that it won't burn. So now all we do is we wait for this to change color. So what you find is as the mixture starts heating up, because it's so thick and viscous, it will start bubbling. So the easiest thing for you to do is to basically just cover it, right? So that in approximately 5 to 7 minutes, what will happen is that all the moisture will start evaporating, and this hot liquid is not going to scald you. So this time you can see how the color has changed completely to a dark green, to a light green actually, almost a shade of olive. And I've just added approximately 6 cloves of garlic, which I have crushed. I don't like this garlic in this to be completely macerated. I like it a little crunchy when you have the soup. And the moment you put this on, you can see all the water's evaporated from the mixture right now, and the oil is separating from the sides, and that's the time you need to add the garlic, so that what happens is that the garlic gets fried with the mixture. And if you could only smell this, this is just amazing. It's hot, it's pungent, it packs a punch, and I can't wait to have this for lunch. So you will know when your paste is completely fried, when it becomes like one homogeneous mass and it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan at all. Now at this stage, I like to add the chicken. So here goes 2 chicken breasts, like I said, cut into strips, and I am simply going to quickly sear this and saute the chicken. The chicken doesn't take too long to cook. As you can see, it's already started changing color. And all it needs is a quick stir in so that it releases some of its juices, and because it will release some of its juices, the paste won't burn. So you can see how it's quickly changing color. Oh, I love these flavors. And about this time, I'm going to take the tomatoes. Now a lot of times, remember, Malaysian curry laksa does not use tomatoes, but today I need a bit of that tartness. So I'm just adding a little extra tomato, just around 3 tomatoes, small tomatoes that I have chopped, and I have not pureed them because I actually want to see some tomato chunks in my sauce, in the soup that I will have. Just add that much more color, and actually it smells really nice. Now at this stage, what you need to do is to just balance the flavors. I'm using approximately half a teaspoon of sugar and putting that in. What this does is it basically holds the color and it balances the flavor. Just a little bit of sweet. Traditionally you could have used cane sugar, but in our case I don't have cane sugar at my house, so I'm just using sugar. Also now, because you've added the tomatoes, again, this thing is not going to burn because the tomatoes will actually release some of the juices right into it. Now right after the chicken is cooked a bit, the tomatoes are already there, I'm going to add approximately 3 cups to 4 cups of water. Actually, let's add a little more. 4 cups of water. can see the gorgeous color in the way the colors just changed, and you can see how the sauce is now thickening. And I need to simmer this for approximately 10 minutes before the next step. It'll take around 10 minutes for the chicken to get reasonably well cooked, the tomatoes to sort of lose a bit of their tartness into the sauce, and I'll see you back in 10 minutes. See how the soup has all come together. So you have the chicken pieces floating there. Now, at this stage, I have taken coconut, and this coconut is cream. This is basically a thick extract, and all you need to do is to, because the water is already there in this, just dip approximately 200 grams of coconut cream into this. Now, none of this should go waste, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water to the coconut cream to ensure that I don't lose any bit of this goodness. There you go. And what we need to do now is mix it, and you can see just how glorious the color is. Isn't it fantastic? And it smells absolutely divine. And what we need to do now is put this on a very gentle simmer for another 5 to 7 minutes, and what that will do is it'll help the coconut mix with this wonderful laksa. Now there's one extra ingredient I need to add to this laksa, which I have not done till now. That is my prawns. Now the prawns take very little time to cook, not more than 7 to 10 minutes maximum. So what I need to do is I'll just dip all the prawns right into my sauce, and they will start to immediately change color. As you can see, immediately the prawns have started changing color to a glorious pink. And all it needs to do now is to simmer here for the next 10 minutes, and curry laksa will be ready to be served with, of course, all the other extra goodness. For example, I like boiled eggs, and some people like omelets or fried eggs. I actually love boiled eggs with this. I also like a little bit of extra kick with green chilies, and some extra coriander, along with, of course, the rice noodles. So what you do is you take the rice noodles, you put it in the bowl, and you dunk it with the sauce, and then you add the extra ingredients on top, and it's going to be a fantastic lunch. See you soon. So as you can see, curry laksa is now ready. It's got this gorgeous golden red color. The flavor is amazing. You can just smell all the wonderful seasonings that we put into this come right through. And well, I just can't wait to eat. So we have done a little bit of extra work, and I'm going to switch this off. And here we have bird's eye chilies, we have lemon, and along with that we have some nice fresh cilantro and chopped eggs. So we see you at lunch. So now we're ready for lunch. So what you need to do is take gorgeous rice noodles and dunk them straight into your bowl. Now add a bit of bird's eye chilies just for the kick. I'm adding some nice cilantro, fresh cilantro, freshly chopped. And all I do now is bring my bowl across to this gorgeous bowl of curry laksa, and basically just cover the rice noodles with this beautiful broth. Now you can see the tomatoes are there, you have the chicken, the prawn, and the beautiful sauce that covers this. What we need to do now is add a few boiled eggs, and I love boiled eggs with this. A lot of people actually add fried eggs or omelets, but they're boiled eggs here, and we finish it off with a dash of lime. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your lunch with us. This is curry laksa.